jump in.
Here we go, second map. And fnatic will have 2 smokes and flashbangs. Does suggest a B take here. flusha will get towards a banana position, and ZywOo so strong on that side of the map here. Bomb though, towards the T apartments on the back of Golden. Their in-game leader will just be patrolling the area, making sure there's no aggressive pushes from the CT side. Apex will be baiting in. The aforementioned ZywOo, the star player of Vitality. Shots exchanged, no real damage inflicted just yet. P2000 for Apex is trying to show presence towards his corner. Will they check the sandbag position? I'm almost certain they will. JW seems to be cognizant of it, but this is a very important check. He spots the foot, he knows he's there, and he's going to find that first crack. Surely, oh, it's not clean. Alex still alive on the B side, but it's going to be a man advantage for fnatic here now.
It may not have been clean, but Alex has to do something dirty here. He eats the flash. He has one available to himself, but that nade's done so much of the hard work. Great connection onto flusha. He can back away, get himself a fresh mag, and wait for his teammates to come in. The cavalry has arrived in the form of shox. Still, a couple of bullets from Golden. One of Alex does find and bring Golden down to 68.
Yeah, he's got the flashbang here, so that's going to be pivotal to their success. Diffuse kit on the back of Alex as well. He's going to get them ready towards the Ruins position. Flashbang should come in momentarily. There it is. And now the retake begins at the halfway point of the ticking bomb here. And it looks like Vitality might have the world cut out for them, but they do have the man advantage. 2-on-1, Brollan. He'll need to deliver here. They know he's towards Banana now. He can't find the quick kill. And now down to 24 HP. The defuse needs to come through. Alex is on top of it. It's actually shoxy who recovers the kit. And it will be the pistol round going in favor of Vitality there on the CT side. Bomb planted, however, does yield a buy in the second round on the T side. They'll be bringing out a couple of rifles almost certainly, as we'll see $3,000 across the board here. Some juggling required, need to drop a couple of weapons here, but Alex did a great job there. Low HP, swallowed that grenade, held his nerve, gets a couple of kills, even after a difficult interaction towards the sandbags.
Yeah, I mean, he had no health, no armor, and you would have thought no hope, but he did manage to handle himself with grace.
Yeah.
He falls back, he knows he's responsible for that flashbang, and catches 2 frags as well. That's more than Vitality could have asked of him.
A little bit slow in T-spawn, but that's absolutely fine.
Still working things out. They want to make sure that the armor is paired with the rifles. Second round, because of that bomb plant. 3 rifles into it, despite the loss. Setup from Vitality. RPK is holding the balcony and able to swing should they aggress middle early. ZywOo will for help, and wow, so much damage inflicted with just the SMG. A Molotov to ensure that they don't prepare for a repeat. An aggressive hold on Banana as well. Vitality are bringing the fight to fnatic this round.
Yeah, MP9 is very viable on Inferno. Lots of nooks and crannies to reside within. And that's exactly what Apex and shoxy are bringing into round number 2 here. They've got full control of the Banana position. A quad focus here from the CTs. Alex, this looks very promising indeed. They'll be the first couple of kills here now for Vitality. Damage inflicted towards JW. That was at the start of the round, but flusha! He'll find some form and crack open the B side. That's that cue to make their way towards the other side of the map.
Oh, it's a race. It's a race against each other. The smoke will arrive. That will enable them to cross in. flusha not assuming it's clear, despite the double kill down deep Banana. But crossing nonetheless. ZywOo makes it clear that he's closing that gap fast. Bomb in. Now KRIMZ only has a scout. JW only has a deagle. I say that. I correct myself, because that's changed. Rifles retrieved. Smoke as well. JW's going for the most ridiculous of flanks. He's in CT spawn. Their backs and turned. There's no way they're going to be ready for this. And KRIMZ has already done some of the heavy lifting, but it falls to JW. Bullet into the head of ZywOo, and RPK, he's on the bomb, changing his mind, and so does JW. Both of them are so low. 1 bullet will do it. Trying to draw JW out, but he's just not falling to this at all. A couple of suppressing bullets. RPK can swing.
Hasn't got it.
No kit, no time. And that's going to be the first for fnatic early here on Inferno. flusha pulls them back into that round.
They lost the first 2 picks. It was looking so good for Vitality there. The quad boost was absolutely spot on, but Vitality overstepped the mark towards a Banana position. They get 2 kills on the T side. That's flusha finding both of them with that Kree close range. He makes it work. And Vitality, do they force fight back in response? It's a very viable approach here on the CT side. And Apex, he's certainly feeling it. Last minute decision to fully invest there. P250s, 5.7s as the advantage goes towards the Swedes now. 1-1. Now we'll have Mac 10s, UMPs, couple of rifles themselves. Still very difficult to win these rounds, especially when the smokes are out. They can treat this like a gun round. Try and buy time. Work down the clock. But they have got full Banana control on the T side now. Going to be baiting out some utility here. The first smoke towards Coffins. Just trying to suggest this is where they're heading towards now. And it does bait out at least 1 smoke from Apex.
Smokes on Inferno are very valuable commodity. I always get a little nervous when I see armored pistols on Inferno, especially on that CT side.
Yeah, it's all about getting the clock to about 30 seconds, dropping that last smoke if possible, and making things very uncomfortable for the defense. Brollan dropping the Molotov towards the arch side. No one there to receive it, but ZywOo, as you can see, smoke in hand, his only objective here is to hold them at bay. As soon as he feels presence towards the arch side, he'll deploy that. They've got 4 players on this side of the map. Flashbang around the corner. Kill not found.
Smoke not thrown, ZywOo keeping hold of it. Thinks better of it. Still has a gap, so we can call if they do choose to use it for Arch. Maybe not be ready for it instead, but good bullet through the smoke. He actually catches Brollan. Golden can flank though, and the bomb's going towards B. This is a lovely mid-round call. A nice adjustment from the Swedes. It's all just on one man. shox. He's been spotted by Golden, looking to cower. Slow them down as best he can. One flashbang leaves him, and a frag as well with a P250. This round is starting to spiral out of control for fnatic, but KRIMZ holds on. Bomb can go down. Smoke enabling that. Good shot through the smoke, but not enough to find bloodshed, and instead, it's JW who finds the head. RPK. Quick response puts us in a 2v2.
Not much of a chance of a Vitality, but they have got a rifle and a UMP now. We'll see whether they can make this work. No kit available, but they do have the smoke. That's going to be deployed towards the entrance of the B bomb site. KRIMZ looks poised to get his first kill, no problem. And flips damage towards Alex, follows things up. They've got a 2-on-1 lead now. Alex thinking this one's not possible. We'll have to hold on to the M4. It's a force fight that does not lead to success here for the Frenchman. And fnatic will take a 2-1 lead on their T side, where they've displayed so much fortitude on this side of the map. It's going to be a nice lead now up against the Eco into the next. Alex will have an M4, but that shouldn't be too much of a problem here. They can't really invest much more than just a couple of P250s. Their money sits at around the $2,000 mark. RPK does have 4,300 because he saved the weapon in the previous round. But still, KRIMZ doing absolutely everything there. Bomb planted safely, detects shox on the other side of that smoke, takes him down, doesn't get the initial kill there, but does manage to get the low HP RPK. No problem whatsoever.
Really good shot though from Vitality with their armored pistols. Made things uncomfortable. KRIMZ bailing out fnatic.
Yeah, ZywOo through the smoke as well. That was a pretty nutty situation for them. shox got them the 5-on-3, but it wasn't quite enough.
Now where do you put that rifle? Alex investigating early, gets info, and they know where that M4 is. No secret, and already they shut him down on the retreat. They weren't ready for it. This round should be all good for fnatic. ZywOo, however, retrieving the M4 and advance now again towards B, spotting Apex with a nice jump from Golden. Should be his first frag early here on Inferno. Sight is theirs. fnatic, this should be 3-1. Only man with anything to say about it would be shox. Using that smoke, hoping to catch him as it clears, but not going to work out for him. Instead, Golden finding himself his second frag, and now just completely tagged up. ZywOo and RPK, just trying to bring that M4 again. First it was RPK, then it was Alex, and now ZywOo keeping hold of that rifle.
ZywOo moving towards the boiler room right now. flusha right next to him. Round confirmed for fnatic. It's going to be 3-1, but can they hold on to the M4A4? It's actually quite important for them. Lost bonus starting to rack up, but need every advantage he can get. It will be Golden to get the penultimate frag. It's going to be ZywOo. Does he hold on to it? It looks like he's absolutely fine. flusha not swinging around towards the boiler position, so he will take it to the next. Won't be able to get the AWP out just yet, but this is fnatic with a successful start here after losing the pistol, no less, as well. It's that second round force fight that always seems to be so powerful.
RPK had enough to drop the AWP over to ZywOo. He'll be bringing that in. Wants to get it started as soon as possible. He's done some crazy things with that AWP, even on the T side. I think that's a pretty much a lovely, vague and sweeping statement you can say for almost every map when ZywOo's involved. Still. Early Molotov pressure, smoke as well, enables Golden to get some early control on brackets without too much contention.
Yeah, by himself as well is absolutely fine. Only got the MAC-10, just trying to show presence. They've dropped a couple of smokes towards the A side. He's trying to keep the players on that side of the map. There's actually 4 CTs ready and waiting for him. Only shox towards B. He's got the M4, 1 smoke and a flash. Apex will rotate over now. FAMAS in hand, it's still a difficult and labored round here for the French side. And shox now alone, Apex feeling like it's going to be an A-side attack. It will be Golden still waiting towards the arch side. As soon as his teammates commit, he'll try and shut down the rotations.
Golden, he's going to get cleared out here. ZywOo cuts him down to size, and with that, and with no trade up, they can start to anticipate. Apex will start to set himself up, as will shox. He's going aggressive, wants to try and punish. But instead, they use that smoke and they cower through. Brollan, quick opener. Apex does respond though, and he's the last man to defend B, already eliminated. And JW, patience prevails on the rotate from ZywOo. Shutting them down, perhaps even the round. Alex and RPK left. Well, it connects. RPK, that's going to send him packing. That's going to be another one on the board for fnatic.
Yeah, absolutely true. Nothing too flashy required there. fnatic with a mid-control, denying vision of the CTs there. That was really well played from Golden. Sure, he was taken down at the end, but the rotations just weren't there for the CTs. Making their way in towards B, the Molotovs deployed, the smokes were down, the flashbangs were spot on as well. shox unable to get anything from the first Orange's position as Brollan completely destroyed him. Bullet to the head. And at that stage, nothing could be done. Bomb planted, and RPK now have no choice but to hold on to the M4A4. Waits towards the pit, the grenade comes in, it's JW. Dunks him with the HE. 4-1 on their T side of Inferno. Money broken once again. Vitality might need to take a tactical timeout soon and work out what they're going to do to get back into this one. This was the opening kill towards that B side. Apex able to get one from the coffin position, but Brollan took care of him as well. AG perfectly plays to close things out. 20 damage required, absolutely nails it. Deagles, PD50s, another partial buy for Vitality now. Golden doesn't need to call anything too crazy this stage, just hold up, work out what they're up against, detect the stacks. And for now, it's the M4 positioned towards a boiler room. Alex on top of the head of RPK. Gives you a better angle towards the top of the steps. Trying to make that M4 work.
Early banana control gained. Still plenty of utility in the bank as well for fnatic, but they have this part of the map now. Really expect a slower pace from the Swedes here. They'll use their utility though, trying to draw any fights that favor them. There is a whole line from Alex. He's going to be able to get the first and back away. Sets his sights on balcony. He'll be able to hold short push from there. They're yet to commit. Instead, it's JW who finds Apex.
A little bit awkward there for the CTs, bumping into each other, couldn't fall back, and Alex is in trouble as well. JW applying the pressure towards his arch position. Smoke is terrible for him, doesn't really cover anything. But RPK, that's much better. Swings out from that boiler room, and now it's going to be a B-side attack. ZywOo is so good at this PT50 so far, but can't find the shots. shox only with the Desert Eagle now, and his teammates are dropping like flies at this stage. KRIMZ looks over towards that coffin position, spotted him, and he gets himself the second frag of the round. It's going to be a 3-on-1 now, and RPK, nothing can be done. fnatic continue their strong form. That's actually going to be 5 rounds in a row. Vitality now with the maximum loss bonus. I wouldn't be surprised we saw the double orb set up from them, considering how badly this has gone for them so far. Still very early days, but a great start for the Swedes.
It's 5 in a row, Henry. Vitality won the pistol on the CT side Inferno, and ever since then it has been a very bumpy road. Looking to dig their heels in, looking to play perhaps a little more aggressively towards Banana, and that aggression towards middle, in fact, has been dealt with. Brollan holding the line with his Krieg, and they're burning. Where is Apex's health going? Oh my god! Just like that, he gets rotten all the way down to 9, but a response in kind. And now shox wants to punish, he's pulled flash. Nice work from Brollan and flusha. That's a very low HP B defender. Apex, he's really going to be feeling the ramifications of that Molotov early.
Yeah, that's kind of massive from fnatic there. A scrappy round from Vitality there. RPK trying to use the incendiary down towards T-steps. You don't have to run down that far. He didn't even have time to fall back once the T's showed their presence from the underpass position. HE's now being exchanged. 5 versus 3, 1 minute on the clock. 4 players towards the B bomb side. We have got KRIMZ watching for rotations from the second middle position. Feeling like they've done enough to rotate players over towards B. They'd be absolutely correct. Golden's happy to stay there and try and hold them in position. There's no one towards A whatsoever. This is absolutely perfect from fnatic. Couldn't have called it better. That's what you like to see. Wow. Golden just holding them in that spot. Nothing can be done. That's round over at this point. Alex and Apex can't even think about this retake. Yeah, that's a dream, isn't it, for any T side? Walking in after your early frags and it's wide open. You're clearing the corners, but you start to realize this round is as good as over. fnatic will be taking 6 here. Vitality looking to keep hold of their weapons. It's likely they're going to try and coordinate some sort of a push towards at least the player on B. You can see Golden and flusha already investigating. Yeah, they've got the resources now to go hunting here, absolutely so. Even if it's an equal trade, they lose a couple of players in the process, it's worth it. You know, ZywOo's up with the AWP. That can win a round by itself. You want to try and remove that if possible. First shot should be no problem here for flusha. He knows exactly where Apex is. Takes care of him, no problem. They'll at least get one from the hunt and not suffer any casualties whatsoever. ZywOo gets the hell out of there, holds on to the AWP, and as I mentioned, he can win these rounds by himself, but it's going to take something aggressive. Does need to head towards Banana potentially, see if he can crack things open, but 6-1 now on the T side. You can see why fnatic picked this map. It seems to be working out very well for them, and they lost the pistol. They haven't given away a single gun round so far.
Yeah, and you can see why Vitality would call the timeout now. It's time for Xtaz alongside Alex, who called for it, of course, in-game leader. Has the Union Jack by his name, which always puts a smile on my face. It's his chance to get on that microphone and try and work out how this one's been pulled from them. What are your observations so far for the CTs of the French, though? I mean, what are they just? They have been saving an awful lot, caught out on the defense as a flurry of Swedes swarm the site.
Yeah, absolutely. We'll see now if Vitality can adjust things for this round in particular. They have to go aggressive. We need ZywOo to try and open things up with that orb. Whether he can is yet to be seen, but he is challenging with Alex. I like to see this aggressive play on the CT side of Inferno. Suggest you're feeling it. You know you've got a chance to open things up, but Brollan detects it. ZywOo misses the shot, and now at this stage he's up to Apex. He does steal one away with the Desert Eagle. Makes this a possibility now, but that's enough for them. They're like, we need to take a gamble stack at this point. That means you leave one bomb site completely open, put all of your men on one bomb site, and hopefully force fnatic in towards a massive trap of CT players waiting for them. The bomb's down towards T-spawn for now. ZywOo, he's the one that's only got the weapon at this stage because they've lost that M4 down towards the bench position in middle. fnatic going for slow mid control. Could be in trouble here. As you can see, ZywOo ready and waiting for it.
He really has to step up. Especially if fnatic come towards his domain, he has to show why he is the Grim Reaper of Counter-Strike at the moment. That's the shot. He is inevitable. Another one from ZywOo. It's all they had. Pistols alongside his AWP, and he's given them away in 30 seconds. fnatic looking to change things. JW will be hearing the steps towards Library and now reacting accordingly, tucking himself in towards the arc. Apex towards B. shox caught out. ZywOo is still standing, but they have the time. 20 seconds, they can react. Where do they go? Do they really jump into the clutches of Apex?
If he gets this kill, that's the bomb down. What a shot it is. Apex might have saved the round at this point. There's no time to plant. I think he knows it. He'll just be hiding towards the T-steps. JW can only hope for a frag at this point. Finally, a little bit of luck there for the French, as it is a resounding shot there. Apex, he wins the round with one bullet.
That's phenomenal. You talked about just trying to force fnatic towards a site. Well, the force worked. They run straight towards Apex, this time on B. Let's see ZywOo, though. He was the one to send them back to the other bomb site. 2 quick kills with his AWP. And that's the shot that sealed it. Yeah. 18 seconds on the clock, and the reaction as well off the back of that from Apex couldn't have been better.
Yeah, really, really well played. That could be enough to light the fire beneath them now. It's going to have to be honest. They need to start posting some rounds on the CT side. So plenty of opportunities to bring this one back, but Apex being flashed off. He's been in this position so many times before, taking so much damage there. They're going to know he's there. Surely a preemptive shot will come in from JW. Does he spam the smoke? The flashbang. Oh my goodness, it actually works out. It's shoxy saving the day. Apex converting the kills, and shoxy blinds 3 of them towards a banana position.
That looked like he was dead to rights. His Molotov flashed, and now Vitality, courtesy of one fantastic $200 investment from shox. The flash pops, and Apex pops off. Swinging out of that smoke. The hard work was done for him, though. Great work. 2 rounds where Apex pulls his team into a victory stance. Just puts KRIMZ up against all odds, up against all members of Vitality as well. Bomben is back, and he has got the funds to play with, and so we'll investigate at least. Everything covered, as you would expect. Still standing, gets the info on pit, anticipating some aggression, but with ZywOo's AWP, he's not really interested in the interest waning for KRIMZ as well. Trying to catch mismatch. Alex could have had the transfer, it would have been ridiculous. Instead, Vitality now finding form. They called the timeout and have won the last 2 rounds off the back of that call.
That's much better from Vitality. This is the flashbang that has made everything impossible for fnatic on the other side. It actually yields 3 frags ZywOo with the wall bang at the half wall as well. That's pretty ridiculous. Well, there we have it. 2 rounds in a row. On their feet now. Money's okay. Apex for $8,000 is actually very good. Decent HE grenade will do a boatload of damage as JW's down to 49. ZywOo, though, feeling the heat. Did he spot the barrel? It doesn't matter. Golden. He'll get him first. Spams him through the wall, looking for a second hit, and he delivers. What a fantastic tournament he's had so far. Will go down to the flames. It buys shox a little bit of time here. No smoke towards spawn suggests they're not committing. And KRIMZ waiting towards the apartment here, looking for any players transitioning from the arch side. Alex will avoid his crosshair for now, but he might walk straight into it. There it is, well held by KRIMZ.
RPK, he's going to have to smoke immediately to react to that. However, now they know exactly where he is. The nade will lower him down, but KRIMZ, Molotov forcing even wider swing. Has to be a connection, it has to be clean. Now puts RPK into the clutch. 1 versus 3, he already finds Brollan. And from behind, JW strikes the pull 7 for the Swedes. Golden, the impact frags, it does seem like a lot of people are starting to appreciate the frags he does deliver. Let's see that second one as well. Yeah. Single-handedly eliminates the B defense.
Yeah, his individual skill really has been a talking point at this tournament. The in-game leaders that can frag are worth their weight in gold, and they're calling fantastically well on the T side of Inferno as well. So credit where it's due, he is playing very, very well indeed. 7-3 now. Overwhelming for Vitality on their CT side. They can't keep up. Especially the likes of JW, seems to be a thorn in their side every single round. Seems to sneak through behind enemy lines time and time again. And fnatic didn't know the bomb in the previous round. Ran away with it by virtue of frags. 3, make it 4 M4s now, and the AWP for ZywOo. Last of the French gold here. We'll see what can be done. ZywOo hasn't really been hyper-aggressive yet with the AWP. Brollan waits for another mistake made. With that push down towards bottom of middle, this time it's much more standard in terms of the setup of Vitality. shox and Apex towards B, this time not playing behind the sandbags, which has worked out a couple of times. More often than not, fnatic seem to find the advantage.
Nades will rain out from Apex. Remember that one. Maybe not. Very passive hold from the CTs. Draws a lot of fnatic utility just to procedurally gather control of middle. ZywOo, this should be a guaranteed frag if no utility is thrown towards him. Still has the line. And here comes the Lions. It's going to be an easy connection to start things off. He can retreat, forgoes control though. But it's enough to dissuade fnatic from advancing long.
Yeah, it's a nice shot. 30 seconds remain. Lots of utility on the Vitality side here. Looking to start their CT campaign, really. It's only 3 rounds so far. Need to start finding multiple rounds in a row. RPK spots one towards the apartment position. Will have to extinguish the incendiary thrown in his direction. And for now, final commitment comes through. A couple of frags for Vitality, 4 versus 2. ZywOo in an aggressive position on the bomb site here. It looks like enough has been done. flusha just looking for any consolation frag at this point to try and keep Vitality modest. He does hit on the AWP, that's going to be influential. They'll surely recover it though. Only the 1 frag found and 3 players survive. 7-4 now.
It's quite uncomfortable seeing flusha with the bomb on Banana, 20 seconds left. As he rotated in to support them, they were slowed down by ZywOo's catch on Golden. It's good to see you out in force here, Malma. And fnatic looking to take us to 3 with a solid start on their T side. Vitality, however, as you said, their CT campaign has looked revitalized. Apex flashed off, couple of stray bullets don't connect, and they're not stopping. They are just charging, they're taking good damage, but Golden's the one to take the first blood.
Oh, double kill from shox. He's done so much damage as well on the cross. 4 versus 3, a chance of the plan though, that's all they really wanted.
Another!
Oh, that's insane from Golden. Wow, making this one very expensive. A slight chance of winning it. KRIMZ only 8 HP. flusha will have 100 and recovers the Mac 10, but it's not known for its range. He'll be dealt with towards a new box. If KRIMZ gets one more kill here, I think he'll be happy with that. He knows he's got no chance of winning this one, and it will be a clean finish for Vitality. The partial buy, the rush towards B, it's great to get a couple of kills and the bomb planted. That's fine, especially Golden getting the kills with the Mac 10. That's $1,200 yielded, and he'll have a decent amount going into that next round. So there we have it, though. Vitality will be bringing 4 rounds out of the last 5. They can still win the half. Inferno is much closer than it used to be. It's not like a nuke or a train these days. It's not considered to be heavily CT-sided. We see lots of T-side victories. So you're not comfortable with just the 7 here. You want to obviously try and get as many as you can, but you're not thinking, wow, what an amazing half. We've got 7 rounds on our T-side.
Yeah. It's
decent, but nothing to write home about.
And the issues that, we saw rear their head in that Mouse Sports series for Vitality was their defense, only winning 2 rounds on their CT side, up against Mouse Sports 11 on their T. So this is already significant improvements from Vitality's last showing on this map, on this side.
Yeah, remember fnatic got 11 rounds on their T side against Furia as well, so they are very comfortable on this side of the map. Vitality will be looking to get the 8 on the board, win out the half, and then hopefully win the pistol to look for that 2-0 overall. ZywOo back on the AWP, of course. Round 13, coming to the last few stages of this first half of the second map here in our best-of-3 grand final. flusha goes for his usual flight path towards the B side of the map, working that banana. This time Vitality willing to take a bit more of a challenge. Apex has been hot under the collar a few times towards sandbags, this time holding the corner. Decide to give in and fall back towards the side itself. flusha has been left there alone. Flash is deployed, bomb still down towards T-steps.
He's really sussed out his movement on that banana take. He's ahead of one Molotov as it's thrown, and then just as he arrives, the other is dissipating. It's enabled him to get a lot of control with almost no health lost. So back to the drawing board for fnatic. They've lost 4 of the last 5 rounds of play. Golden will scoop up that bomb, and we're going to be seeing some of the last bits of fnatic utility. Likely a commitment if they continue to throw more. Up brackets, JW responsible for long, ZywOo respectively. Will be smoked off, likely going to throw, or even relocate. Yeah, he's just going to be checking out the arch cross. And that is exactly where fnatic are going. This is a hard shot to hit though. ZywOo will be forced off. Still not a body dropped.
Yeah, they're going for the old banana split here through CT spawn. Can be a very powerful approach if you can get the timings right, but shox ready and waiting for a good communication so far. ZywOo aware of that possibility. He gives the intel towards shox. 9 seconds remaining. Apex looking to deny the plant, but it won't happen. Here's Alex. Can he find multiple frags? He can. Is the plant coming through? It absolutely is. 2 on 2 now. RPK not slowing down whatsoever. That's a big frag. KRIMZ will have to deliver from the ruin position. He's got no utility to speak of up against ZywOo and RPK. They've got kits, they've got a flash. He jumps up and ZywOo ready and waiting. Calm as you like, it'll be another round in favor of Vitality. That was looking dangerous though. There's quick frags towards the B site. Time was low, the bomb was planted, but 2 on 1 as Vitality win out there. No problem whatsoever.
Damn, running the clock down. It was a very ballsy call, especially with so little time on the clock, and Brollan did everything he needed to get them in. It was from behind. Alex's double kill completely slowed them down. Brollan admittedly a great adjustment. Still not enough to convert.
And not enough to buy here either. It's going to have to be another partial for the Swedes. 7-6. Starting to slow off the pace now. Deagles, Mac 10s. Managed to make this work towards B before.
This time flusha's campaign on banana was a little more painful. And look at Alex, tucked in on the corner. Golden wasn't ready for it, baited in by ZywOo. It's perking. Let me try again. Working perfectly for the French so far. 4 still standing though for fnatic. Bomb plant the objective, but this A site has given them a very firm no. Apex doubles up on that as well. Nice work. Just looking for the team ace. ZywOo looking for the final frag in order for everyone to have brought something to the party here in round 14.
Well then, it's all going to come down to round number 15 for fnatic, whether they can take the half lead.
Yeah.
This kill doesn't really matter. If KRIMZ even gets 2, it doesn't really have a knock-on effect. If he gets the plant, that helps him out a lot. But that's incredibly unlikely. There's no reason for shox to be alone here. He does significant damage towards KRIMZ himself, great shot, but like I said, that doesn't really do much for them.
Looks nice. Perhaps the second frag would have enabled the plant, but Apex, undaunted by his low HP, willing to take that fight, take that trade.
Well then, this will be the final round of this first half. Vitality looked like they were done for at one stage. They were 7-3 down, managing to post so many rounds here. Once they get warmed up, can they continue this streak? They've found it's going to be Golden this time, heading towards B at the start. Flashbang around the corner. CZ's like to challenge this, but oh, another fantastic grenade.
Just off the corner as well. You have very little time to react to that one. Chunks Golden down early. And safely, more importantly. What is the call now? It's your last round on the T side. Looking to end on a high, end on the lead.
It's going to be a B execution. Smokes in, pretty standard stuff. Through the flames they have to go, and the bullets start to be exchanged now. Great work from Apex. The utility is just fantastic here. They can't even get towards the site. KRIMZ will get them an access.
And now Brollan, he's been so good, but this time his back's exposed. The trades come in from KRIMZ. He's done it all for them so far. All the frags have been his. JW, however, oh, this is a great spot. He can catch them. And he can hear them. Now he just has to put the lead in the right direction. Does catch the first. He knows ZywOo's close, trying to reposition as the smoke does clear. And oh, he's played it so well. They come around the corner with a back turn. It's the second half of our second map of this grand final. I'm Machine, he's Henry, and we are off to see what fnatic can do on the CT side. KRIMZ driving by for info and actually re-peaking to get a whole lot more than he bargained for. 4 players holding W, charging straight into the clutches of J-Dubs. He falls back again.
Yeah, it's a very important pistol round, this one. Vitality gunning for as they make their way up towards R. It's going to be JW striking first. There are a couple of kills from fnatic, but RPK continues to pace.
Wow.
It's looking so good for KRIMZ as now the bomb will not be planted. The pistol confirmed for fnatic. It goes 9-7. Vitality bringing fast pace to the first round of the second half, but unable to find the headshots required. fnatic ready and waiting for it, and no force buy is going to be as a potential as what we saw in the first half, because you didn't get that bomb planted. You have to take the full eco and bring the AKs out in the third. P250 for shox and 1 flashbang. That's about it. Looking to find a plant towards B potentially. Can they get anything done here? Just to find 1 kill would be a little bit of a reach.
Oh yeah, they're just meeting the stoic machines. Shredded by the MP9. That's a whole lot of cash for Golden. And RPK, it's a Glock, it's no armor, it's 10 for fnatic.
Yeah, absolutely is. It's going to be now. It's up to RPK to try and find 1 frag. That's not going to happen. It's double digits for fnatic. Well held. Haven't given many frags away so far. But here come the AK-47s. Looking to answer back. And this could be problematic for the CT side, considering they've got 3 MP9s, 2 FAMASs, no mainstay rifles in their hands. It's going to be KRIMZ and Golden with their bigger weaponry. Do they want to get aggressive here? They want to try and take the game to fnatic and cause chaos at the start. The shutdown execution potential, time will tell. HE at the very beginning of the round, smoke down towards the bottom of T steps. Minimal damage inflicted. Spray back from Apex and CTs waiting patiently now.
Look at the Apps aggression. That's interesting. JW and Brollan have chosen to take a very aggressive stance. And should shox continue his advance, he's going to walk straight into that. He is. He may not be prepared for this. Certainly not the strength in numbers that they're presenting. Molotov doesn't change things for JW, and here comes the fight. Easy for shox. Wow.
Yeah,
he shrugs that off.
That's no problem at all. 2 more players on that side of the map. It's going to be Brollan and KRIMZ. Defending B, Golden. So many great moments in that first half. Execution towards B looking very likely indeed. Could this go for a contact play here, knowing the SMGs are out in full force, but a smoke will dissuade their approach. Actually, they push through.
Good damage. Oh, but already cutting them down to size. fnatic operating with just 3, and the weapons, they're not ideal, but that is, oh my goodness, he nearly took down RPK as well. ZywOo's burning. They've got a way in here. They may not know it, but 2 members of Vitality are just bleeding out. shox and Apex still standing though. And the time ticking away, there is kits present on all of them. They are going to give this a good go. Close quarters, goes through the smoke though. Brollan, no trade available. Apex has done all he needed to. ZywOo caught. KRIMZ in a 1 versus 2, but shoxy ensures Vitality will find their first T round in the third of our second half, of our second map. It was an incredible turn of events actually in that first half. They completely stopped fnatic from running away with this first half after a timeout, called one timeout, and then proceeded to win, what was it? I mean, I think the end of it was 6 of 7 rounds.
Yeah, it was, I think it was 6 towards the very tail end of it. It got them in a better position than what it was looking like at the very start, but still, this isn't a massive problem. fnatic now do have 3 M4s, a FAMAS for JW, flusha on the MP9, but here's a bit of a master with the lesser weaponry. shoxy will take significant damage at the start there towards that bridge position, but oh my goodness, same story for Golden. It's the HE grenade bounced over the roof off the skybox that will land directly in his skull.
Both teams talked in their pre-match interview with Frankie about how much they've done in preparation for this event, and clearly shows as we are now here in the final day, Championship Sunday. The words, "we want it more," leaving JW's mouth. Well, you have to demonstrate that desire. 3-2 split for the CTs at this moment in time. Still back. Vitality. They start their crawl. They sight the call.
Well, time is ticking away here. Coming up to the 20-second mark. Only flashbangs available on the T side. They haven't really got a massive amount of map control. Middle is theirs, but the flashbang actually catches ZywOo here. RPK surely traded out. It's going to be Brollan to give them a man advantage. 13 seconds on the clock. Apex gets a stunning shot toward the bomb site itself, but Brollan, they know he's in position. The bomb's down as well. Surely this is recoverable. I don't think they can actually get the bomb down at this stage. We will see. Plant coming through. Did it make it down in time? It absolutely did not. Well, there we go. It was a scramble towards the site. It didn't look likely, and fnatic will be taking it. Vitality caught off guard by the 3-man setup. They didn't have the utility to really get out of the apartments there.
That was a real problem. The clock down to 20 seconds and the bomb then loose. Brollan, all he had to do was survive. He knew that the cross was going to come from Apex. This is the frag that secured it, and then Brollan, he knows that after killing shoxy, with the bomb now in his grasp, it was Apex who showed his face on hay bales. He knew the cross would have to come in and he could just play the waiting game. They just ran out of time. Credit to Apex though, he managed to get that bomb and be planting. Just 1 second shy.
It was a difficult situation, couldn't go for the default plan knowing that Brollan was in position. Tries to sneak his way around towards the site, but now fnatic in a fantastic spot. It's a tactical timeout, 1 remaining on the Vitality side. They're going to buy up into this with P250's armor. It's actually quite significant. ZywOo spends every last penny he has. Same story for Alex and Apex, as they are force buying across the board here. This is a massive moment for fnatic. Win this round, they're going to be in touching distance of picking up the second map and taking us to Mirage.
Apex has done a good job to avoid the initial utility thrown his way. But so much invested into this one. Vitality, somewhat of an all or nothing. Deep smoke to Banana should enable them to take that control back, and it'll be Golden responsible for it. Yet to clear logs, and so still somewhat of a paranoia there, but flusha in support. Nades will fly high. ZywOo first on the scene. Looking to set him up on that boost as well with perfect position and perfect timing. As long as he's not flashed, Golden can do a lot of work here. Back to turn, they didn't check it. He can get one and fall off. But still, access to the B site has been given. Can they contest the plant though? That's the next question. And with deep Molotovs like that, it should be easy. Yeah, shox gets it down. Vitality, you're seeing the power of their utility. Golden's not going to let that smoke. He's certainly not going to respect it. And bullets catching Apex puts them now in dire straits. 3 men remain for Vitality, but ZywOo still kicking, and that's a big problem. Taking the head off Golden. Alex, he does exactly the same. A double kill with just the pistol. Now JW can't do enough. Flusha to clutch. ZywOo can dig his heels in. He has the kit, sure, but as the smoke fades, he's running out of time, he's running out of health. ZywOo with a triple kill. And that was up against a very risky French force buy.
Oh, that was all or nothing for Vitality there. They've stolen away the finances of fnatic. The P250's delivering. How did Alex pull this one off? Brollan didn't have a helmet, but he made light work of KRIMZ there. Great timing. The position couldn't be better. They had their nades out. They weren't anticipating it. And it will be a massive pickup there for Vitality. They keep a couple of players alive towards the end. They've got M4s, AKs, and KRIMZ. shox yet to buy, but it will be a tactical timeout now for fnatic. They've got 2 remaining. That was everything for fnatic. They win that round, they'll be 12-8 up, and they would have had a full eco against them as well. That was amazing from Vitality. The ZywOo M4 as well, once he picked that up, it felt like round over, but I didn't anticipate Alex to get those 2 sensational kills. As shox brings out the MAC-10, it's going to be a force buy on the fnatic side. This could be a real window of opportunity now for the French.
Wow, trying to give them a taste of their own medicine then. It's pistols, it's a whole lot of nades, and certainly some Kevlar, but will Vitality fall foul to the same trick that's put them straight back into this game? Getting that early control. You check the sandbanks and confirm that top banana is yours. Smoke in response to the CT thrown out. Doesn't look like a great one. Something for Golden to play around at bare minimum.
With the initial setup now towards B, 3 players wait outside. Could be a double pump here. They've deployed 1 smoke towards CT spawn. Just trying to pull out that utility from Golden and flusha. flusha still with the incendiary. Golden has a flash. They do not have a smoke, however. shox trying to show presence towards middle now. 40 seconds remain. Flashbang goes round. Incendiary deployed early. fnatic now will rotate 1 player over. Apex edges his way in.
And the JW's arrival, they rotate. Great connection with this Desert Eagle. flusha with a CZ75, more damage inflicted. shox and ZywOo limping. And they continue the aggression. Cut down another, ZywOo's gone, leaves 2. fnatic have fought fire with fire, force with force.
Yeah, it's done.
Straight back into it, 8 seconds left. flusha was not done.
Yeah.
He's interested in finding a rifle. Catches Alex, that's an AK for him. Wow-wee.
Now that's how you do it. That's how you run that timer down. That's how you make things very uncomfortable indeed. The flashbangs coming in from CT spawn, the CZs and Deagles delivering, and they certainly answer back. It's 12-9, that's a huge pickup. flusha and Golden working in tandem there with the pistols. He's got to smoke down. It makes things so overwhelming. Vitality couldn't gain access, maybe overthinking that one with the double pump. Trying to go back towards middle. And it will be a force buy here once again. 1 AK-47 safe in the previous round. CZ, 1 MAC-10 for Alex. P250 for Apex. Decent native style will take Apex, or flusha down to 76, I should say. He'll be pushing Banana as well. Needs to be very careful there, only with the CZ once again.
He is feeling himself. He gets 3 kills with his CZ, and he's just like, I'm fine with this. You take the rifle. fnatic 4 rounds away from taking us to a 3rd map. KRIMZ falling off after his smoke. He is going to be hunted down, though, and ZywOo jumps straight into his crosshairs. A nice crossfire established as well. They're mowing them down. shox trying to find a way back in, as is Apex. He can hit this shot. He has a chance instead. JW's low, and the nade is nice. shox, though, 1 versus 2. He's already had a double kill in this round. The bomb is within his grasp, and had a chance to find flusha. Instead, he retreats.
He's won so many of these sort of clutch scenarios throughout this tournament. It's what he's brought into the team to do. One of the masterminds of the 1vx situations. They stick together towards a short position. Now he knows where they are. He's got a Molotov in hand. Might use that to try and get the bomb down at this stage. 45 seconds remain. Both players in the same position. Needs to be very careful here.
If he really clears this and goes B, I'm gonna scream, Dan. Perfect catch from flusha. Gets the timing with his back turned. He doesn't have to worry. Not a single bullet thrown in the Swedes' direction, and so 13 now on the board for fnatic.
Yeah, money broken as well. Vitality are averaging $2,000 per player. It's round 23. They're running out of time. They can't force this one. They have to let it slip by. They need money and guns going forward. fnatic looking like they're locking in this second map. Their CT side has been powerful They've won out a couple of force by rounds themselves, and flusha still with just the CZ. He knows they're on eco now, and he's hungry for blood. We'll see him push and push towards B. Wants to find yet another frag here, and he's going to get it. Golden will be behind him. And now 2 players remain on the Vitality side. 14 rounds guaranteed, but can any damage be done?
Wow, Flush has found his swagger again. KRIMZ with the double kill. But that's 2 rounds after the force with the CZ that flusha has just demanded some control of Banana with simply a sidearm. He knew they were broken, and now he wants to break them mentally, just taking that fight, tapping away with a pistol that's certainly fallen out of favor for most, but not the fnatic boys.
Certainly not. flusha will give in though. He'll purchase up the M4, I suppose, if he has to.
Oh, I guess
He'll use
so.
a rifle.
An aggressive fight taken early, and KRIMZ, ooh, lucky to be alive. A bullet catching him in the dome. Brings him down to 20.
Now notice we haven't really seen a ZywOo AWP on this T side. He's normally so good with it, very aggressive, especially towards Banana. Difficult to get it out sometimes, especially when it's a back and forth game like this. Your cash doesn't really build up. KRIMZ still down at 21 points of health. Went for the spray towards T-Steps at the start of the round. Got more than he bargained for. 5 players towards B. Vitality struggling now. They have 1 smoke remaining. A Molotov, a couple of flashes, and now 3 CTs making their way over. Golden has been so good at finding the 1 kill.
Oh
this time he goes 1 better. A couple of frags to kick things off, as ZywOo will eventually take him down.
Ridiculous from Golden. He was holding the line and just has the timing perfect. ZywOo, however, gets himself over the smoke and catches KRIMZ in rotation. Keeping things level, keeping things close. JW looking to change things though. Training his aim on that cross and connects. ZywOo gone. shox and RPK with the bomb down. A flash catches him. He has the smoke though. He can just hide within it. And flusha onto RPK, puts it all on shox. He has to save the day now, and the bullets are lined up. He had it perfectly, looking to contest, make sure they're not on that bomb. Using the smoke, he catches the head of Brollan. They have the time, and fnatic have 15. Ladies and gentlemen, the Swedes 1 round away from taking us all the way in this grand final.
Yeah, it's looking like it's locked in at this stage. 15-9. $4,000 per play on the Vitality side. They try to execute towards B there, but a distinct lack of utility. You could see Flashbang comes over, but Golden still had a slight second to work out that he could find 2 frags there. Perfectly done. Been so strong for them so far. Round 25 could be our very final one here on Inferno. This is the pick of fnatic, and you can see why now. Another successful campaign. It's going to take 6 rounds in a row on the T side of Inferno for Vitality just to take us to overtime. And that seems like a little bit out of their reach at this stage. We'll see what they can do. They've got 4 AKs. shoxy with $4,000 can get an AK armor, 1 smoke. Also the flashbang instead.
And so it begins, round 25. Is this where fnatic close it out and seal the deal for a 3rd map in the series? Good damage, Brollan. He's going to get caught through the wall. shox his bullet. Doesn't matter if there's a smoke or a wall in front of him. He tends to connect. He's got that 6th sense. He may want to continue to twist the knife, though. Rub some salt in the wound, because a flash... No, it's a smoke, and now JW's been caught out as well. The French poised to find double digits, to deny a 3rd map just yet. And with that damage, they actually changed plans rather quickly as well. You can see knives are out. They want to accelerate onto B, catch them off guard, and they're right. It's all onto Golden. He would have to do something ridiculous. Another double from Golden. Standing his ground, he'll slow them down and cut them down to size. ZywOo down to 50. A flash advance, but RPK's position could not be better. KRIMZ wasn't ready for it, and he's able to escape. flusha to clutch to put fnatic on an even keel on the series, but RPK's too strong. What an interesting round that was. 3 kills from RPK, and Vitality find double digits.
Vitality keep themselves in the map for now. Now 5 rounds in a row. It's Golden once again with a double kill with that Krieg, but that weapon will be removed at this point. and they've got money to buy here, but I don't think it's required they fully invest into it. They've got a buffer of 5 rounds. They don't need to limp into the round with 3 rifles, a couple of SMGs. Let's take the partial here, barely even that. You call this a full eco. Just gonna let this one slip by. Vitality will get closer to 15 after this one, but still need 4 rounds after it. That's such a massive order into the context of Inferno. So shouldn't be too much of an exciting round here. fnatic still had 3 smokes. They'll try and buy time if possible, but it's full mid-control now towards Vitality and starting to drain out those aforementioned smokes down the CT side.
A hope and a prayer from JW as he throws a couple of wild ones into the smoke. Not taking any chances. Molotov to clear the corner. But you're right, this one should be Vitality's by a considerable margin. They have done everything on this A take. They molly the corner, smoke arch, smoke library, and they stick around. Fight going to be given. It was KRIMZ to get that information, and actually by showing their numbers, that's enough for them. They want to just keep the CTs guessing. Still utility being pumped towards A, but the attack is on its way towards P. Golden, you've done it twice in a row now. Surely you don't do damage again. This time, an unarmored Deagle. He has the shot, but the smoke will land, and he'll have to find the angle through it. flusha, however, in the meantime, stopped Apex on his A lurk. Wild shot through the smoke, cutting RPK down, but the frag is what he's looking for.
Well, it's still a 5 on 4, but of course no kits and no armor. No grenades to speak of. ZywOo should make light work of them here. One swing from these new boxes, he's going to find multiple frags, you'd imagine. Spots the first, and he will take the head off JW here, looking for more opportunities. The round's pretty much confirmed here.
Yeah.
fnatic just trying to contain them. But ZywOo, oh my goodness, a sign of things to come potentially here. That is very, very good indeed. And as KRIMZ getting one, just looking to see if any weapons will be blown towards CT spawn by the blast, and still won't be able to recover anything. We'll see if KRIMZ gets any luck here. And he will, in fact, get the AK-47. So that's something going into the next round.
Yeah, no complaints there. Weapon he would otherwise not have been able to equip. Let's see that again from ZywOo. Yeah, I like how you phrase that. A sign of things to come. We haven't necessarily seen the robot that is ZywOo. Certainly not those highlight reel moments that he seems to find all damn day.
Well, a chance now for Vitality. Posting a couple of rounds in a row. Still need 4 more, and RPK pushes up towards the half wall, stuck in the smoke for now. JW back on the AWP. flusha and Golden once again, this time a little bit more assertive in the hold. Looking for shots down towards the logs position. Molotov towards the corner will push them back.
60 rounds, it does just seem like such a big ask. In a row, no less. So far, 2 of those 6 have been acquired.
Is this where it all comes crashing down for Vitality? RPK injured, 56 points of health. shox listening out for sound cues, trying to work out if there's anything to be done towards A. Bomb, and 2 of his teammates waiting at the mouth of the B bomb site. They'll bait out a smoke. In terms of remaining utility, flusha, and indeed Golden only have a flashbang between them. That would be the ideal position to head towards, but instead they choose middle. JW pulls the trigger, and it couldn't be better. Takes down the talisman of Vitality, that's ZywOo.
The timing was great on that smoke as well. Just as they were pushing through the CT mid-smoke, theirs arrived on Arch. Didn't stop JW, of course. Good timing. And a big leg up. 4 frags away now from taking us to a 3rd map. Mirage and Golden. He's still holding B. Phenomenal work from Apex. He doesn't let the double come in. They have the site. They have the plant. And they're all coming from the same direction. fnatic, 3 members from where they start this round off.
No kits here, Alex, and they've got the AWP in hand as well. Brollan on the FAMAS. Luckily, 2 players are completely wrecked here. You've got shox, 35 points of health, and Apex just at 2. They also have no grenades, and Alex, he's the only player that's healthy here, trying to challenge from the banana position.
That's a start on Brollan. Shutting down shox coffins, and Alex and Apex, it's left to them. And another frag, this time onto Apex. Alex, that's a huge frag, and the round will go Vitality's way. We play on.
Great stuff there, Vitality. Get through by the skin of their teeth. It's down to the fact that the CTs just didn't have kits there. They actually probably had a decent chance to maybe tap the bomb, play with Alex a little bit more, but still now 3 rounds in a row required for overtime. Certainly possible, especially the financial situation. Into the last few kills here on the CT side, JW did take out his teammate, but still, the round falls apart. And they'll take a partial here, barely that. Nico, just Golden who gets Deagle on armor. They've got the saved AWP from the last round. JW, though, will try and challenge at the start, though. Taking a little bit of damage there, 19 points of health removed. And we'll see now if he can do anything with this, looking for that first pick, using the smoke as cover. See if anyone will try and be flashed through.
So interestingly enough, sometimes teams will want to throw that one AWP, make a shot on one part of the map and relocate instead. He tells them the AWP's on B, and they leave him to it. There will be a rotate though, in some fashion. Simply just a USP for flusha though, so it's not like he can contribute much. We are seeing exactly what the desk outlined as well. There is a distinct advantage in Vitality's court in terms of strategy. There's so many more options for them. shox draws blood. Brollan gone. They know where he is though, and he's tagged up in apps. Oh, the info's there for JW, and he does connect. Still no body dropped though. Just ZywOo and shox.
Oh, good call.
Shaken, and now look at the reaction, immediately turning tail.
flusha still hasn't reacted to this. As a missed shot comes through, they now know they're heading towards B, but the race is on. flusha, USP only. I don't think he can do much about this,
Maybe.
Unfortunately, you'd be considering the AWP save if you're on the CD side right now, if you ask me. Looking for any shots that can be found. 15-13 looks to be a certainty at this point. And one player tucked in towards the ruins here. Does Apex check it?
It seems that way. Oh, Golden.
Nice shot.
That's all he'll be bringing out of that round, though. And they were tagged. flusha's got absolutely nothing to lose and everything to gain. A Krieg now on the floor, thanks to Golden's handiwork. You can hear them exiting, and so flusha will stick around and go likely retrieve that rifle if he can.
Yeah, that's something. They're going to have an AWP and the Krieg into the next round. Round number 16 still eludes them. Now just 2. Started with 6.
This is starting to get real.
It is. That's when the nerves start to set in. You can start playing a little bit more cagey on the defense here, knowing that if you go down first, your teammates might get frustrated with you. You won't be as aggressive as you might be at the start of the half. And it's a tactical timeout called by Golden.
Let's see if it pays off as much as the French timeout did on their defense. Completely turned it around.
4 rounds in a row so far. Has to be 6 for overtime. It's a great effort so far. They've rattled the cage of fnatic.
No doubt. And so it's Golden. New addition, worth mentioning, their LAN debut with this new roster, quote-unquote new roster. flusha and Golden joining. And the core reunited, JW, KRIMZ, and flusha. Great interview actually earlier on in the tournament we heard from flusha talking about playing with them, and it's just a reunion of not only players but friends. Let's see how far that dynamic helps them when adversity is so real. Look at this from RPK. He uses the wall, tucks in, the smoke will keep him safe from any Molotovs and any funny business, and he still has 84 points of health after 2 nades and a Molotov were thrown in his direction. Ambitious from flusha, hoping for a tag. Anything to help him paint a picture of what's behind that smoke.
Dangerously close there with the preemptive spray. They're going to be boosting up Golden in towards his spot.
Oh.
What's going on here? Well, thinking better of it. Gotta go back to a more traditional setup here. 1 CT spawn, 1 player coffin, shoxy. Oof. Brollan almost had his head removed there. All things slow down now. Full banana control for Vitality, takes vision away from the CT side. That starts to bait out smokes now. 1 minute hits the clock. Remember, 1 round will do it for fnatic to take us to a 3rd. If Vitality find this, it's only the loss bonus that will keep fnatic in the game. They'll get $3,400. They need to save a couple of rifles or they can't win the round.
This is a really prime position for KRIMZ to get a multi-kill. He can't even get one. Shut down. shox still lingering in apartments and now could potentially keep the A defenders busy while the bomb is off elsewhere. Still with only 30 seconds left, Vitality are going to have to come to a conclusion soon.
Yeah, what's the final play going to be? It's going to be an A-side finish. Apex with the bomb, Brollan alone for now. JW desperately trying to scramble back to the side. It's a great smoke from the young star. He'll sit towards the apartments now. It looks like he's done enough to buy some time at least. JW isolated there with the AWP.
Oh my God.
Up high.
Oh my
That's
God.
not bad at all. The bomb's gone down. 8 seconds remaining. Is there enough time to get this planted? It's absolute chaos here. But Alex will confirm things. 3 versus 1. It comes down to round number 30 as to whether Vitality can complete the comeback of dreams.
6 rounds was what was asked of them. fnatic fined 15 and had 6 chances. Now they have just 1. ZywOo gets 3 in that round, pulling the P250 off of his belt to find the 3rd. Phenomenal. Vitality, their T side. You brought up their game versus Furia, and you can see there is coordination. And that, I mean, that admittedly was coordinated chaos, if we're going to use the coordinated word. And they've even got a lovely Christmas present waiting. Thought I saw an AWP in play. Whew, 2-4. And ZywOo lives on.
You normally save his houses at the back there. They had pretty high HP as well.
But let's not forget it was a bit of a scandalous plan.
Yeah, I guess it was a little bit odd, but it doesn't really matter either way. They're going to have so much money for the final round. They've got 7K on 3 different players. So interesting, but still doesn't really have much of an effect going forward. And we'll see round number 30 arrive. 5 rounds in a row for Vitality. All roads lead here, though. fnatic will have to scrape together what they can.
Malma, fnatic, they've failed 5 times in a row. They haven't heard you. This is their last chance to close it out in regulation.
And final timeout as well. It all comes down to this point. A C set for flusha. Golden on the P250.
That's more like it.
Oh, there it is. They got the MP9 now and the Creed from the previous. 2 SMGs, 3 rifles, a couple of kits, decent grenades, but Vitality have a distinct edge here. That's more like it. Final round here.
Nice work from JW, just stops any early investigations up the mid bracket. Instead, though, shox back up to his usual shenanigans in apps. Vitality there, slow, methodical strangle on this T side. It's been working wonders. shox preparing for a smoke. And this is their initial take. They slow it down. They have Alex setting himself up in boiler for a swing with ZywOo. He's done it on his own. Good spray, though, from Brollan on the cross. Hoping to just weaken them, hamper them, hamstring this assault, because KRIMZ, he's going to have to do so much in order to take us to 3 here in regulation. It's all on him, especially now Brollan's fallen. That's a start. Shuts down Alex, gets the trade, but they're looking for him. They pushed up long. Now just 2 remain. Vitality, wow. 6 rounds in a row on their T side.
It looks like they've completed it here. 4 versus 2. flusha and Golden, no grenades. flusha with the SMG, 4 kills to find and 4 flashbangs up against them as well here. There really isn't much sign of life in this round. fnatic are going to be dejected after this, a massive lead. It looked like it was certain they were going to go through to a 3rd, and now everything will be reset. And the T side of Vitality, it's been such a strong play from them. They won't even be feeling uncomfortable with the fact they remain on the T side here. And it's just a matter of time before they close this one out. Golden will find 1 with the Creed. Surely doesn't do much more than that. And there we have it. That's an absolutely insane comeback, Alex. I can't believe they've done that.
Vitality, incredible work. ZywOo ensured that round was going his team's way. What an opener. He didn't even have his teammates swinging and didn't need his teammates to swing. And 6 in a row. 8 in total, but 6 in the tail end of that second half. We'll see that again. You can see KRIMZ, he knew he had so much to do, but couldn't be responsible for all of those positions.
Ridiculous scene. 26 kills for ZywOo. beneath him, RPK 22. What a shift he's put in so far. You don't expect him to be at the very top of the scoreboard consistently, but he's managed to do that on both maps now. What a stunning performance from the old boy.
You always talk about him like he's your dad. You know, the old boy, oh, he's back.
He just played in my era, he's as old as me.
He is, exactly. Practically a Counter-Strike granddad, you. 25 years of DreamHack and 20 years of Counter-Strike, and we go to overtime map 2. Oh, great nade damage, wow. A carpet bomb from the French, but immediately Golden finds the response. He has the support of flusha. Flash admittedly forces him off, and so does Golden. 26 from him. While we're highlighting players, he has been a nuisance for Vitality on B on multiple rounds.
Well, it's a 5-on-4, but as you noted, so much damage inflicted from those HEs towards the corner. Still, Golden happy with that. Certainly recoverable here for Vitality as they do have 4 players towards the B side of the map. It's only Golden to defend. He'll have to drop the smoke, knowing the contact play would shut him down completely, but they've smoked back themselves. Now rotation comes in from flusha, holding towards the spawn position. He has a smoke available as well. 50 seconds remain. Pretty much has to be a B finish here. They have no presence on the map whatsoever. They don't know what's coming behind them. Need to commit in the next 15 seconds or so.
We've seen this before. You boost your teammate up, it enables you to throw some rather aggressive Molotovs and nades. Seems like the former is the plan. And with 30 seconds left, this is the call. shox responsible for more than just the CT smoke as well. They're going to try and force Golden's hand, force him into one position, but at the moment, no real threat, and flusha. Good connection so far. 15 seconds, Vitality, they have to find an answer soon. ZywOo is the answer. Only one onto Golden though. Through the smoke onto flusha with 8 seconds left they can plant. It's him that has to do it all. 2 frags, now the bomb planted, and they've got a chance. JW, great connection before he can tuck himself into his hidey hole, puts shox and RPK, it's all on their shoulders. No secret where shox is, and RPK with low HP looking to apply pressure. It's KRIMZ and JW to ensure it. And fnatic, it took them 7 rounds, if you include regulation, to find the CT round that was eluding them, but it's in overtime. And it's a start. MR3.
Yeah.
And that's the first.
Well, Ben, it was the opening bit from Golden, and then the full B execution. That was a double pump. Sending in a couple of smokes early. Molotovs as well, trying to bait out the remaining utility. It didn't know they stood a chance there, but ZywOo somehow gets 2 remarkable frags there. The second one through the smoke. It's 16k MR3 here, so first to 18 is map point, 19 is the win. Double overtime, we've seen plenty of those this tournament. Could be happening. Another great nade sequence here from fnatic. They do a lot of damage towards RPK, taking down to 18, ZywOo 85. And he knows he has to get the first pick here. We haven't seen him use the AWP on the T side too often on this showing. Oh, he knows Golden plays towards those coffins. He's gonna hit this, isn't he?
Oh, decision from Golden to fall off, and now the smokes arrive. He doesn't know how lucky he is. Nades land, and that will put flusha down to half health. The CTs on A haven't moved a muscle during all of this posturing on B.
Yeah, they're not too active on the CT side. 3 players residing towards the A bomb side. Here we go, the same execution we saw before. Apex delivering the new box smoke, or Molotov I should say. 45 seconds here. Once again, trying to bait out the initial utility. Here comes the final play now. Molotov's over. 2 CTs in spawn, they're actually both there. Nothing towards the bomb side whatsoever. Held off by the incendiary for now. Flashbang's decent though. Golden has found many frags in this position of 4. Continues that strong not giving the double kill here. With the HE from hell, 4 on 2 now. shox and ZywOo to pick up the pieces. Bomb's gone down towards CT spawn. Wherever there were 2 players that pulled this one back, you might have them in mind. That's to confirm things though. 4 versus 1. shox, you know, where to be seen. He gets 1 frag, but 10 seconds remaining will confirm things. It's 2-0 to fnatic here.
Oof, that nade from JW. They were softened up by flusha and Golden respectively. You can see just how brutal that is. Apex and RPK, it's the bomb, it's everything. ZywOo, he did a good job to pick up that bomb, fake it, try and give them a way back in, but fnatic a spotless record on their CT side of overtime.
Yeah, 3-0 would be just what the doctor ordered here. We'll see if they can keep it up. JW finding his confidence now, facing down towards T-steps, dancing around flames there. Apex is in trouble, down to 68. Flashbang goes over the top, trying to challenge towards the barrels here. They've tried B executions twice in a row now in overtime. Hasn't worked out for them. And at this stage, you might try that luck towards the A side. Seems like fnatic are just too strong with the utility game. Struggling to shut down Golden's position in the boost. He's found multiple frags there on their CT campaign.
There's a whole lot of faith in Golden's B hold, because flusha, admittedly, he's always been there when he needed to, but very willing to lean towards A. The flash is eaten by JW. Has the support of KRIMZ though, and they re-aggress. They will not let Vitality have this control for free. RPK's the one holding them. They will throw their utility and start their advance. Great shot from KRIMZ! It's 2! flusha, he finds the third as well, which leaves just 2 for Vitality. And that's changed even more so. Rocking the boat is JW, looking for his second frag of the round. Apex is quick on for the 1v4. Grabs the bomb and only has 40 seconds. Quite the adjustment. Shuts down Brollan. There's only one more man on that site, and that's flusha. I don't think Apex is ready for this, though. Instead, he pulls out the fake, and flusha ensures it. Perfect from fnatic on their CT side. 3-0 coming into their team.
After losing 6 in a row as well, what an adjustment that was. That B bomb site was completely locked down. You could see after showing 2 strong defenses on that side of the map, they had 4 players at the A side, knowing they could funnel them back in towards A. Good take towards middle, assertive stuff there from the CT side. Great spray down from KRIMZ, and nothing could be done in that 1 versus 4. Apex gets a couple of kills, but no chance of fighting flusha. They're going to need a clean sweep themselves on the CT side. Vitality, that is, just to take us to double overtime. The same mission, but this time on the defense.
It's a daunting task. And again, fnatic have what they had for so long in regulation here in overtime. They have 3 opportunities this time. 1 round is all they need. 1 of 3. Malmo looking to cheer the home side on in order to take us to a third. Mirage could be on the cards, and now it's Vitality who have to have a perfect defense. A change from the norm here, Henry. No one taking early damage.
That's a good point. Normally there's about 3,000 damage inflicted with the HP grenades at the very start. This time, giving each other a little bit of respite here. We'll see whether this is going to be a successful gambit from Apex. He tries to get aggressive control of the banana area. HE very successful this time. That's Golden. And Apex, known for his aggression this side of the map, needs to try and get the hell out of there if possible. shox, he still fancies it. They should take the advantage and run. And they will. They'll fall back at this stage. 5 versus 4. Good start now.
Felt like they threw everything but the kitchen sink at them, but there's still utility available for the CTs on 2. That's ZywOo and RPK, who are both on A. Replaces the flame. KRIMZ throws some of his own as well. He wants to ensure there's still eyes on apartments, and JW's part of this as well, looking to sell it as best they can. They have got 3 CTs there, and now Golden very much ahead of the pack. Oh, this is not going to be too easy. shox making it so damn hard for them, and he has the support of Apex as well. They can't get past this wall of smoke, and shox has done so much. It leaves just KRIMZ. There's nothing he can really do.
You can get a plum, but in overtime, 16k doesn't really have much of a knock-on effect. At this point, hoping he can win out in the 1 versus 3. He didn't even reload the AK there. He's got 8 bullets. And just a matter of time, I think, before he's taken down. Not even preempting this fact that Alex coming above him. He really didn't stand a chance there. Nothing could be done. But that's a good start. Like we said, another clean sweep required from Vitality. They'll find the first. Now 2 rounds in a row to get onto double overtime, and that means they'll start on the CT side after that. A lot to do. fnatic can experiment with some pacing in this round especially to see if they can catch him off guard, change things up. That's the call you want to be making in overtime. You've presented quite a slow-paced game in regulation. Now maybe just change the pace up completely.
That round looks so much different if shox doesn't avoid that flashbang. You know, he catches Golden and enables him to put more bullets into that smoke. flusha taking some early damage. Is that from a teammate?
Each other.
Oh, it's such a crucial time.
Yeah, it means
the grand
have big
final.
Potential now, and now down to 46. You see it a couple of times in tournament.
You do. Everyone's guilty of it. And And more early damage inflicted. Trivial though, KRIMZ down to 90. And let's not forget there are scavenged AKs in play as well. This time the M4 from Apex does connect. It's not going to be converted though. Instead, Golden tagged. This is all too familiar for fnatic. Needing just one round. And more early damage. Utility usage from Vitality has been strong. And now the flames arrive, which sends Brollan packing and down to 75. As the flash arrives in ZywOo's face, his Molotov is the perfect response.
Yeah, just as the smoke was dissipating there as well. RPK waiting for his opportunity to strike with the AK in hand. A challenging ZywOo, that's brave. This guy doesn't miss too often. That might push them back towards a quad here. They can't really justify a route back towards the B side, but they're going for it. They are going to hightail it back with 20 seconds on the clock here. They'll have to make sound cues, and okay, they're trying to fake that out.
Oh,
it's pretty smart, actually.
Oh, it has. The rotate was on from Alex and ZywOo. Now they can access the side. Brollan for the frag. Is this really how it works?
Amazing. They took that hook, line, and sinker.
They full-on sold it with just steps.
Yeah.
And now ZywOo, shox, and Apex to retake fnatic. 3 frags away. Every second the bomb ticks. It's a step closer to Mirage. JW, that's a leap in the right direction. 3 frags!